Hi everybody, welcome to this opening round guide video. This is holes 1 to 9, so that's part 1 of the All-Star Tournament here on the BK Golf Clash YouTube channel. Please give me a thumb up and make sure you're subscribed as well. I'm on the way to 20,000 subscribers. Like I said, this is the front 9. Check the other video for the back 9 when you are ready. That will be up on the channel as well. Plenty of drops here and some tweaks suggested for anything I didn't quite drop, so plenty for you to work from and tweak as needed. Good luck everybody, here we go with hole number 1. Very nice wind angle here, but you will need to tweak this shot depending on the wind angle and strength that you have. 5.8 top spin, 2 bars side spin to the right with a berserker. APOC 5 and above, setting up at the top of plus 25 yards. Second bounce on that part of the tree shadow there. Yellow ring touching the rough with APOC 5 and 6. APOC 4, you'd have a little bit of the yellow ring inside the rough, and you would be at P5 max distance. Adjust max plus 10, power 5 settings. Then we are going to push up. This is the middle wind angle, just over mid-wind. Plus 6 was our adjustment. It will glitch when you move your target, but don't worry. Try and push up in a straight line. You can see there I push up a total of 11 yards for this wind angle. If you have more tailwind angle, you would need to push up less, and more crosswind angle, you'd need a slightly bigger push up, but not by much. You'd have to take a token and work out some tweaks. We're going with a little bit of right curl there. You could see the edge of the ball inside the wall of the adjustment ring, just missing the hole in one to the left. A bit more curl, you might have been in. On this par 3, we're going to set up at the minimum distance line with a power 3 ball. Clear ring touching the rough on the left-hand side. Then we're going to add our spins. Using a Kingmaker, trying to keep the wind below 8 miles per hour. And you can see here I'm going with 2.5 backspin and 1.2 right spin. However, this one will need some spin tweaks. I just missed this one. But the adjustment is min plus 30, power 3 settings. Pushing the rings, otherwise you will not be able to see your rings clearly pulling up that quite steep slope there. So push your rings here. Try and push up in a straight line. Obviously it's not a method we use that often, so try and be as accurate as you can. But you might need to tweak the right spin here. Like I said, 1.2 bars was the example used in the video. Just going to miss this one to the side. So a small tweak needed there, but the speed is nice on this tough par 3. On the drive here, we're going to set up with the the yellow ring touching the inside edge of the bunker on the right at the top of plus 10 with APOC 5 and above, and that ring reference will work with APOC 5 and 6 only. Then we go with 5.8 top spin, 3 right spin. APOC 4 will have 10% of the yellow ring overlapping the rough and the edge of the bunker there on the right. That will be at P3 max distance. That's top of plus 16 yards if you've got APOC 4. Max plus 10, then we're not pushing up. We're going to go with a slow overpower needle, full overpower, 1 ball curl to the right, hitting perfect, and this one will miss the tree very nicely unless you hit a horrendous great right. You should be very, very safe. And we'll roll down the fairway, and we're going to set up a very nice shot with the thorn, drive distance of around 410. We're going to make a fringe check, bullseye over the fringe where it meets the green. It gives me plus 1. And then here we're going to add spin. And I'm going with just over half a bar of backspin, at about 0.6, 0.7. You want to here have the ball guide short of the pin, and it will be aiming at the pin. In the video, I just aim this 1 click to the left. It's very hard to see. But the idea is to aim it at the pin, and here for a plus 1 fringe check, we want to go 84% slider, 10% elevation. We're pulling over the bullseye. If you've got a fringe check plus 2, you're further away, so you'd need to go 86% slider. It's 2% slider per yard with the thorn. Perfect ball away. The value on the notepad and in the commentary is a tweak, because we just snuck this one in on the left edge. On to this par 4, very nice wind angle. Actually, we can go cheap with a Titan. I'm going here with 5.1 top spin and 2 left spin. Very hard to get the speed right here. You're either just going to trickle onto the green or you're going to probably shoot past the pin, but you're still going to have a wedge or a putt. Bullseye in the middle of the rough and the sand at the top of +6 with APOC 5 and above. Top of +12 with APOC level 4. Then we adjust maximum distance 5% elevation. Be careful when you're pulling through the bunker there, it does glitch out, so be careful that you're going to adjust accurately. Full overpower, fairly steady needle, and you'll see it's 2 ball of curl to the left, hitting perfect on this one. Minor great left, minor great right. You'll still be fine, and you shouldn't really be risking your eagle. As you can see, plenty of room on the bounce. Top spin takes us very nicely onto the green, and we're going to be having either a wedge or a putt for our eagle. If you're enjoying the free content here and want to help support the channel, then you can do so in one of 3 ways. You can click the thanks button directly underneath the video, you can use the PayPal link in the description down below, or you can become a channel member as well. All support of the channel is greatly appreciated. Now firstly, this is a power hook shot. It may not be for everybody, but I'm stretching out and aiming at that tree that you could see with the arrows just pointing at that single tree in the darkest rough. For APOC 5, then pull back in a straight line to the top of +25. APOC 4, you leave your target at P5 max. 5.8 top spin, 2 right spin, no adjust, full overpower, full left curl, full hook release. These will need a few tweaks. Take a token or 2 if you're able to, or if you want to just give it a blast, you can. If you don't fancy the risk though, then play a layup and approach with sniper for your albatross. All being well, you're going to be having a wedge or a putt. If you've got a bit more topspin, of course, you could put that on as well. But like I say, if you don't want the uncertainty, then get yourself a layup shot instead. For the wedge, you're either going to be putting if you're not got a wedge shot, but the wedge here, playing it no spin, end bringer school. I tried it with 20% elevation, actually over-adjusted it and missed short. So make sure the ball guide is just going through the pin and play 15% elevation, power 5 numbers here. I played this one 47% on the slider, but always measure the distance yourself. If you don't know about this method, check out my quickfire end bringer method tutorial on the Academy homepage. Here we're going to play max +20 power 3 with our sniper. We are going with a kingmaker, and we're going max backspin and 2 right spin. Look at the tip of the ball guide. You want the tip of the ball guide to be just, and we're looking at that light green square column there. I'll give you a zoom in right now. Just going out of that light green square column. You can also look at the second bounce. So pause the video, get some references there, but every time you want to have the yellow ring touching the beginning of the fringe. So just move left and right to get the ball guide reference correct. Max +20 power 3, deliberately showing you one with higher wind here because it will drop with wind above 8. Sometimes I say to keep the wind below 8, but because of the funnel here, you've got a very good chance even in higher winds. 2 pulls over the bullseye here, perfect ball away. The spin and the right spin with the back spin is going to grab very nicely. Onto that little slope there, just turns around and trickles back down into the cup for a lovely hole-in-one. A very nasty wind angle here, so I'm going to show you a layup and a thorn shot instead. With the quarterback 9+, blue ring touching the rough at P3 max. Then we're going to switch to our apocalypse and thorn bag. There we go. And adding spin now. We're going to go with 5.8 top spin, and in the end I consider 2 right spin, but in the end I go with 3 right spin just to make sure I'm going to move away from the trees and also not be too close to the pin for my thorn shot. Try and find a nice place to pull your rings. The trees may be in the way here depending on wind angle, but we're going max +0 power 3 settings. For me that I believe was 5.6 rings. And then we're going to take a plain ball shot, no curl, no overpower, just hit perfect. And this one's going to go very nicely down the fairway. It will look as if we've got the trees in the way slightly, but we're going to be okay. We've got a view of the pin to play a rings from min with our thorn. Here I'm going to add spin first. And I would suggest to avoid any glitchy areas, you go 2 backspin and 1 left spin, and then find the minimum distance line and count up rings from min until you have the ball guide positioned as I do in the video. Here I believe I was about 9 rings from min, 9 or 10. You want to have the tip of the ball guide a little bit short of the cup. That's because there is tailwind angle on this shot, and that's going to help us into the hole. So make sure you've got that ball guide just away from the front edge of the cup. 1% slider per ring from min. So if you push up 9 rings, then you play 9% slider. We are going with 10% elevation on this one. Be careful never to set up at the min line though, because then you won't have any rings to pull back. So always make sure you push up at least 4 rings from min. Perfect ball away, very good chance for an eagle, even though we can't be aggressive on the left-hand fairway pad. Very tough wind angle here. Any sniper shots are very glitchy, very awkward to adjust into the bunker. So I'm playing with the Guardian, and with the Guardian level 9, inner ring touching the fringe at the top of +4. Look at the ball guide though, we're going with 8 bars of backspin only. The second bounce on the edge of that dark green square column, offset deliberately to the left of the pin. If you've got different level Guardian, your ring references will be different. So add your spin and look at the ball guide. Max +10, like I said, the reason I'm doing this one is because I don't want to adjust in and out of the bunker on either side of the fairway, and the rough bump for me was very inconsistent. Max +10 might need a small tweak, but a very simple adjustment here and an outside chance for hole in one. Even if you tweak that, you're going to have an even better chance. Hole number 9, going to play 1-to-1 with the rock because we have a nasty headwind angle. Blue ring touching the rough there with the turned camera view on the left, and the white ring touching the rough on the top on the right hand side from this view at +2 with the rock level 8. We're going with 3.6 top spin and 2 left spin. That will be at +1 with the rock level 9. And then we adjust 1-to-1 here, so 8.4 in wind, 8.4 rings is the adjustment in most cases. This is not going to take you into overpower. You can see here with 8.4 I'm only at +11, so I think with a 9.1 I'd have been absolutely fine. Max curl to the left just before the circle drops in overpower. It doesn't drop very much with the rock, so make sure you find the right point and hit perfect. Minor greats are going to be fine here though. We're bouncing very nicely and rolling up to a drive distance in the region of 320 yards. Second shot is going to require some overpower. I'm going here with 3 backspin, 1 left spin, but this may vary and it all depends what you are comfortable with doing with your overpower. You can see the second bounce just before the fringe. If you're worried about going short and ending up in the bunker, play with less backspin. This is just get it to green safely. I adjust max -10, takes me into 2 rings of overpower. I am adding 1 ring on and going with 3/4 ball curl to the right. Like I said, if you are worried about going short, tweak the backspin or add a little bit more overpower. This is a little bit of a tricky shot. We're just making it onto the green though and securing ourselves with a putt for the eagle. Thank you for watching this video on the All-Star Tournament here on the channel. Don't forget to join us over on Facebook as well. Over 12,000 members, loads of discussion points, free guides and shot sharing over there. Loads of people that can help you out, answer questions about the game as well. So I look forward to seeing you all there. In the meantime, good luck for the tournament. See you soon. Bye for now.